Welcome back to A Moment in History. I'm Seth Udinsky. In our travel through history, let's wind the clock back a generation to the year 1986, to one of the most famous American tragedies ever captured on live television. On January 28, 1986, the spacecraft Challenger lifted off the ground at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time above the Kennedy Space Center in Cape Canaveral, Florida. Just over a minute into the flight, one of the ship's internal fuel tanks imploded, causing the entire spaceship to break apart in what looked like, from the ground at least, a fiery explosion. All 8 crew members on board lost their lives, including Krista McAuliffe, a civilian high school teacher from New Hampshire who had joined the crew as part of a Teachers in Space program for her students. She was supposed to be the first ever American civilian to travel to space. McAuliffe's story had captured the attention of the nation, which drew many Americans to their television sets on the morning of January 28th. Sadly, this resulted in thousands of Americans, many of whom were children, watching a teacher go into orbit while in school, witness the tragedy. The other crew members who lost their lives were as follows: Gregory Jarvis, Ronald McNair, Ellison Onizuka, Judith Resnick, Michael Smith, and crew commander Francis Scobie. On the night of January 28th, U.S. President Ronald Reagan postponed his regularly scheduled State of the Union address to speak to the nation in the aftermath of the tragedy. He gave a heartfelt address of remembrance and encouraged the nation to move forward in the midst of the horrible tragedy. The Challenger crew was honored with the Space Shuttle Challenger Memorial in Arlington National Cemetery, dedicated on March 21st, 1987. Thanks so much for joining me once again for A Moment in History.